Hey, hello YouTube. Into play, Tony Murata here, and we're in for a little bit of a treat today. It's kind of a treat just because it like rarely happens these days. But this is a preliminary event happening right now, which honestly I didn't expect it to fire. The last few legacy ones I tried to join just never got enough people. I think people are just upset with the format now, so it's difficult to get enough people to sign up for these things. But this one's going to happen here today. And the last time I played a prelim, I enjoyed it a ton, just because it's like the competition felt fierce. They're good, like, intense games of Magic, a lot to think about. So I'm happy that we get one of these events today. Let's hope it goes well. There are 13 players. We are on the draw for this first game. And we are running just the regular Reclaimer list, by the way. Gotta go with the best list for the most difficult competition. I imagine there will be several, at least like 2 Ragavan decks, I would guess, at the very least. I would treat the rounds in this event kind of like the rounds of a challenge. So yeah, be put to the test here. This hand has only Reclaimer as far as the action goes. But it does have a decent number of lands, and it has the first Cloudpost. So I think I probably will take a chance with this. And plus we're on the draw, so get an 8th card the first turn. Like say they are a Delver build, like the Bog. I'll keep the Darcy's under control. It seems worth the risk in this hand. It's a blind opponent game 1. I think Moto's being very laggy right now. Been grinding so much Magic Online recently. And yeah, I feel like these like delays just happen like all the time. Good old quality programming. Opponent kept 7, as will I. Knew it. A blue-red deck. Epic rap battles of history. Not gonna lie, I find that hilarious. It's decent music as well. If they daze this, and we just have nothing going on. What do you think happens this turn? Bolt plus Hardcast Monkey. Monkey dashing. Bolt plus some non-monkey threat. It's got to be one of those 3 things, since they didn't play a turn 1 threat. Oh wow, cantrip to start. That has to be like a relatively good thing for us. I just expect this like infinite cantrip deck to like always have what it wants by the second turn in most cases. It's gonna be like, imagine they would just bolt the Reclaimer right now. Like if they don't bolt now, they probably just don't have anything, I think. I don't have an answer, I should say. Okay. I predicted the future. It's probably worth Bojuka Bogging here this turn, honestly. Save myself 3 extra power from like a Murktide. I'll leave it this Needle in case they daze this. Clear that out the graveyard as well. Yeah, I think Ragavan probably should be banned. But if there's a second card I would say that has to go, it's probably Murktide Reagent. It's just always a battle to try and keep that under control. Plus there's been precedents for like Delve threats getting banned in Legacy. It's like they can't print a Delve card that's not broken. Probably should just like double the mana cost of every Delve card they made. No, it's like a typical complaint people have had. Typical comment. But I think that would have been like a decent fix for Hogak, for Dig Through Time, Treasure Cruise. However, hopefully they just ban Ragavan at least. Somewhat soon. Definitely agree with people that needs to go. No Monkey's good. Crop rotation could be valuable. Question is, when do I want to go for that? At game 1, now that I have the Needle down, I don't think they have a way to unlock their Wastelands. But, let's see what happens. I'm kind of inclined to fire it off sooner rather than later. It's a Wasteland. I guess I could have like Brazen Bar. This is kind of tempting to try and go get Karakas. Yeah, I think I will probably fire the Crop Rod off right here, sacking the Bog. And then in a couple turns I could get the Bog back with Excavator potentially. But yeah, I want to slow this Monkey down if possible. I'll take my chances. If I counter it, it's a counter out of the way at least. It's the silver lining. Force of Will. Pitching Daze. Okay. Alright, next plan. Recasting Excavator next turn. Even without being able to make our land drop, will that be worth it? Just to block the Monkey. It might actually be. Monkey steals. What? Reclaimer. They probably will cast that. And now everything probably just falls apart. Because Delver. Card on top. I mean, if they have a Ragavance, there's no stopping how devastating that's going to be now at this point. I think I should probably just play the Excavator out next turn. The only advantage would be to guarantee the Bog as a land drop like 2 turns from now. But I think it's more worthwhile to just get a potential blocker for Ragavan. I mean, that will telegraph to the opponent to, like, play their Murktide out from hand. If they see, like, the Excavator out there. Yeah, let's play our Excavator here. I'm gonna counter this too. It'd be so brutal. I think I'd rather just play the Needle out here. Play a second one on Wasteland, I think. Who knows, they might find like my Rec Sage or something, answer the other Needle. Or they might have like Brazen Power, one of those things. Also can't really think of anything else that I'd rather Needle other than this Reclaimer potentially. I feel like they're still so far away from having it be a 3-4 that I don't think the game is going to matter if it goes that long. Do you have a Bolt opponent? You have a good chance at finding one, that's for sure. You know, there's a monkey in hand. Man, I really need to play with Expressive Iteration myself and experience the power of this card. Because when people were calling for that card to be banned, at first I was like, no, there's no way like a 2-mana cantrip would ever be worthy of banning. But people seem pretty convinced that this is pretty broken. I feel like it's probably just one of those cards that you just have to play it yourself to really feel it. Somebody was comparing it to like Dig Through Time, which it kind of it's kind of convincing to me, more so than like other arguments I've heard before. Like I could see this being like a souped up Dig Through Time, or like equivalent to that card essentially. I don't know if Dragon's Rage Chandler is worthy of being banned, but another card that people speak highly of. Oh, please do not Murktide opponent. Like, I'm sure you found it in your top 10 cards, but it'd be nice if you didn't. Save me like 7 damage. Please pass the turn. Sweet. Alright, let's clear that nice juicy graveyard of yours. Now we're just kind of in Dirtle mode, though. Need to top deck a Primeval Titan or something. Make use of that Cavern. I don't think we're going to get to this Emrakul in time for it to really matter. We need to hit like consecutive like Cloudposts. But it's definitely not the worst spot to be in against Delver. Definitely been in much worse situations. Also, maybe this Reclaimer is growing faster than I thought it might. Might have been a mistake to not Needle that. Another Wasteland. Yeah, the Delver opponent has 36 cards in library. And I have 47. They've dug through more than 10 cards than I have. It's okay, just Primeval Titan off the top. I think that would do it. Bolt. That's unfortunate. Buy Excavator. Hardly knew ye. Watch, I bet Monkey will steal Prime Time of all things as well. I can sense it. Green Sun. That's kind of Prime Time, essentially. And so good like graveyard control card in theory, I think would be like Relica Progenitus. Just because you play it once and then it just eats away at these graveyards, stopping this kind of stuff. I don't know if that's ever like really going to be worth it, but it definitely crossed my mind. Alright, I'm going to play Cavern out on Giant in hopes that we draw into it next turn, and also don't die this next turn. But things are looking pretty grim now. Basically need to draw something next turn. And that might not even be enough. Opponents went through 2 lightning bolts. God, the Rec Sage. And what did I say earlier? Good thing we played the second one on Wasteland. I at least feel vindicated about that, at the very least. That's my victory here today. Playing that second Wasteland Needle. It's not a very good victory, gotta say. There's Delver at long last. Lame. Where were you, Primetime? When did my big bomb-ass threat? Moto always puts it like it's the next card. Oh, that map would have been nice. Arizona weather. Alright, so I want carpets and I want endurance. So previously against Delver, like the plan was always cut the crop rotations and then like 2 Reclaimers. I'm kind of interested in maybe keeping all the Reclaimers though, just as like a, pretty much as like a blocker for Ragavan at the very least. I think I'm gonna try cutting the maps instead. And then we'll cut the Dark Depths, because I don't see that never happening against these flyers. But yeah, I'm kind of in limbo as far as like what I want to cut out against Delver. Which, if you've been following my content for the last like year and a half or so, even in like the Oko days, it was always a dilemma about what I'd want to side out to fit like all these carpets in. I do like how the maps play well to the carpet, the mana that you generate with the carpets, and also just like allows you to like pile on the non-creature threats and just try and tax their counterspells that way. So I'm not 100% certain if I want to just have the full set of Reclaimers in here over another pair of maps. But I want to try it here, just as for the ability to block, at the very least. Might actually be worth doing, keeping for that reason. Alright, we are down a game though, so our back is against the ropes here. I'm excited. Everybody, I'm going to be returning to streaming very shortly. Hope to see you all live. Catch this in real time. The Cloudpost action. The stream's going to look way more nicer than it did in the past. So, going to look like a true, legit stream. Wow. There's like 5 of my sideboard cards. Yeah, we're going to try this. Going for this. I like to think of like nightmare scenarios given like my hand at any given time. The worst would be if they countered this carpet and then surgicaled it. Okay. That crisis is averted. That's good. Really hope we draw land next turn. No. Well, I might as well attempt this other carpet now. They're going to see that I don't have another land, which is unfortunate. Please don't monkey me, opponents. Just playing out my hand with these carpets, these lovely flowers. Save Wasteland with this, of course. Actually, I kind of hope they daze this. I don't think they will. I'm just going to double up on Wasteland, because we saw it happen last game. Oh, look at that, everybody. I have 5 permanents to my Delver opponent's 2. You tell me who's winning. Come on. No monkey. This is going to be good. Just start slamming Endurance next turn. That's kind of how I drew it up. What do you think? Do you think an Endurance every turn will be enough to withstand the Murktide? I have my doubts. And one of them has to resolve, of course. Okay, that's not bad. Yes. Yes. Moto lag. Okay, sweet. The first defense is down. I'll just keep shoving the opponent's graveyard back. Try and keep them off of Delirium, off of the Murktide. Smurge. Fuck. I know that's always been Submerge has always been a thing in Delver. I feel like I haven't seen it in lists like lately. Yeah, iteration. And look at them even having a basic mountain. Playing around our carpets. This opponent is wise. Wise Delver player. Ooh, Volcanic. Could attempt both of these next turn if I want. And if the first one does get countered, I probably will even play the second one through days. Like, I need to clear that graveyard ASAP. Did not shuffle their library. Oh yeah, I have the third one as well. Just get all my mana right now. And now the issue is just like also drawing enough action after this. I expect this to probably get countered, yeah. 4 pitching days. Hope you're out of dazes, opponent. Endurance number 2. Days here would be like double damaging, because it would pick them, take back an island. Cut me off of carpet mana. Fuck. Alright. Please do not Murktide next turn. It seems pretty likely, though. Now look at that. 2 Endurance just gone. I guess this is better than... Oh, Murktide could still happen. Because treasure. Emrakul. It's not a good one to lose either. Yeah, I bet Murktide happens here. I would love for it to not, but... I also would love to draw like a Prime Time or something of substance. Sweet. It's not the greatest land by any means. One of these has to stick someday. One day an endurance should happen. Sweet. Alright, that's the main thing. Put the opponent's graveyard back. Hope this buys enough time. I did put a Submerge back into their deck, by the way, so they could find it with all their filtering later. God, they see so many cards. It's never ending. I also would like to, at some point, use my last Endurance and put these other Endurance back into my deck. But if we draw like a Green Sun, we're at primetime mana at this point. It's the Murky Boy. God, I'm at 9 life as well. I feel like almost nothing has been happening. Just been taking chip shot damage. Gonna block here. This eats a bolt. So be it. I don't see how it doesn't. Like they wouldn't do that otherwise. Like an Unholy Heat or something. Yeah, makes sense. They have Delirium now. Monkey's probably coming down. Need a threat here. It's not a threat. Let's see, we'll be at 4. I guess we have one more draw step. I can also make a bunch of Cloudposts now at the very least. Look, just in time, got all my mana. Yeah. This is like, just the variance of Magic. Problem this game is going to be that I didn't have enough threats, despite starting with like a 1-land double carpet hand. And how much mana do I have next turn? 15, 16 between the carpets and these Cloudposts. Damn you, monkey. Emrakul would have whisked me away to victory if you hadn't stolen it. Alright, 1 card in hand. If we draw something, we can get it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, they do have Unholy Heat available, so... Okay, what's the lands here? Why are you fetching, opponent? Please don't... Oh no! Force of Will! Fuck! I spoke too soon. Fuck! They had exactly the mana. Oh well, we'll play it, opponent. I miscounted. That was close, though. I was about to say, oh man, what are lands are we going to search up? If I were to search up lands there, I think we need to get Eye of Ugin. And since we need to get Eye, then we probably just have to get Chasm as our next land. Oh man. Yeah, the timing just didn't work out that game at all. I still feel mildly confident about the Delver game plan, but it definitely didn't come together there, despite all those carpets and all those endurances. So maybe that is a sign of, like, Delver just being way too overpowered. But, I don't know, that was a good game of Magic. I can't really complain about that, so... Yeah, let's see if we can salvage this 0-1 start. Hey, welcome to round 2, where we are 0-1 in this preliminary, but we're on the play this time. 2 10-mana Eldrazi. It's an easy mulligan. It's much better. And we'll put one of these prime times back. I think I'm just hoping to find another Cloudpost off the Once Upon a Time. Just hope they don't have Disruption and just ramp colorlessly. I will fire this off now. Might be interested in playing a forest if I find it. Just to hold up answer next turn. But I don't. So let's just take a Vesuva here and hope that the colorless ramp plan just happens the way I want it to. Especially hope to dodge Wasteland this next turn. Get this Vesuva down as another Cloudpost. Silent clearing. Don't really know what that might mean yet. I'm not going to play the map out just yet because they might have Prismatic Ending with white. I don't want to expose it to that. If we don't get Wastelanded here and the map happens, we're looking at a turn 5 Emrakul. Aw, damn. Bob. And Pithing Needle would be nice here. Alright, I think I'm just getting a stage off this map. So I will have the mana to activate it next turn. We're getting all the colorless we need, though. That's just nice. I guess I don't even need to activate the map just yet. Yeah, let's see what they do first. I was hoping we draw like a Needle that turn, but oh well. Can't win them all. Vindicate. Oh god, it's Dead Guy Ale. That's awful. Alright, are we changing plans? We might just go get a Yavimaya. Nah, we're still short mana then to get the prime time down if we did that. At least if they Vindicate here, they have to tap the Wasteland to do so. Like, anyway you look at it, we're losing a land this turn, which kind of makes me want to just continue going colorless. But then we still have to get through 2 more removal spells. Seriously? Wow. Man, if this happens, I'm gonna go get Yavimaya and just slam the prime time. This would be excellent. I don't think they would have counters, but I think now is our chance to get the leg up on them. Let's drop a bomb on them. Drop a bomb on them. It's not bad. Get him prime time. And also, please don't have counters. Yeah. Alright, let's get Cloudpost Tabernacle now. They gave us a critical opening. Let's punish them. Tabernacle, Cloudpost. Brutal. Oh man, we got... That was some Houdini shit right there. Yeah, now they have to either tap their Wasteland for a turn, or they get rid of one of these creatures. I shouldn't speak too soon. This still seems like a very dire situation. We are not out of the woods by any means. But things did get a lot better, though, so... Duress. I bet they get rid of at least one of these creatures now. If not both of them. Because they probably have to, like, Vindicate the prime time at this point. I don't know, they're just in a very bad spot. This is good for us. If I do say so myself. Yes, tap the Wasteland. Excellent. Damn it. Always at the Wasteland. Yeah, see, like, this is working out pretty good for them, honestly. This is much better than I thought it would be. They hit Yavimaya? Why? I'm gonna Ulamog them next turn, take away their lands, and Consequently, they're Bob. Yes. Time to destroy them. Poor opponent. So brutal. Ah, oh, Dead Guy Ale, though. It's like, I would never expect to play this deck in like almost any situation. Ulamog. The Wasteland. Mostly that. Tabernacle takes care of the rest. That's so punishing for the opponent, though. Just not hitting my mana when they have the chance. Alright, I think I'm just bringing Endurance for this matchup. Just Endurance should be all I need. I bet there's like Opposition Agent as well. At least Endurance can block that. Let's got a Bog, I think, and just 2 maps, I guess. I don't really know what we're looking for in this matchup. And crop rotation seems really good. But it seems like we're just gonna want to try and utilize Endurance as a creature. Survive these like beats from like Bobs and stuff. Nah, not enough lands. Sure, we'll try this. Put back a prime time. Really need a green source, but has lands, it's serviceable. They multi 6 as well. Put prime time safely at the bottom. Ritual? Man, what is this? I'm so confused. Rest. Alright, let's Once Upon a Time find our land now. Probably Dark Confidant's the next thing. There's a forest, that's good. Take your pick, opponent. Prime time or Endurance? I guess I shouldn't F6. Like, maybe they'll, like, Entomb Reanimate or something randomly. Yeah, just as I expected. Yeah, let's just play Forest here. Draw a Crop Rot next turn. Don't have to expose the Cloudpost just yet. Vindicate. Fuck. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna play the Cloudpost out. There's really no point to waiting around. I mean, we're probably gonna get Vindicated next turn anyway. Just gotta start fighting through the shit. Him to Torok. Ugh. Another pain in the ass card. Also another good reason that we at least played the Cloudpost out. Now him. Jesus. My 2 green cards. Vindicate's gonna happen too. Yuck. Ooh. I kind of feel like risking that if we were given the opportunity. I mean, we gotta fight to this Vindicate first. Man, what do I want to search up here? Just Cloudposts? Also wouldn't mind Yavimaya, but I bet they Vindicate the stage right here. Verdant Catacombs. I also don't hate Tabernacle in the spot, but maybe I want them to keep their Bob around. Maybe they lose that way to their own Bob triggers. Bob. What are we vindicating? Forest. Interesting. That kind of makes me want to go get Yavimaya. Because not only would that turn on my depths in 2 turns, but it also gives me some green mana to work with. Now let's do that right now. Let's get Yavimaya. In case we draw something of like actual substance, like a crop rotation, it'd also be good to have as well. I don't go for depths often, but this definitely feels like a time to risk it. God damn it. Alright, one more turn, please. Don't hit me, don't wasteland or vindicate me. Don't do anything bad to me, opponent. Swords? Seriously? I probably would just take... Oh, no, okay, it didn't even matter. Didn't matter anyway. Opponent had wasteland. Opponent's so mean. Maybe they die to their Bobs. I feel like that's the plan at this point. Alright, what's the land here? Probably just steps. Like the best case scenario, we draw like a Cloudpost. Maybe just Karakas. Maybe I need the mana in like the best case scenario here. Plus I can't make the 2020 next turn anyway just yet, so... Wasteland? For real? Dark Ritual? Jesus. I hate this opponent. This Dead Gael player. So mean. If they don't waste them right now, I'm definitely gonna Vesuva that. Okay, they did. They were wise. Come on, we need them to hit 9 power worth of cards. God, him. My plan, my fading plan hinged on that Vesuva. We played a spell already, right? Yeah. I couldn't tell you if we actually did. I mean, I haven't, like, cast anything, it feels like. Yeah, all we did was cast that one first Once Upon a Time. God, Dothy Voidwalker too. Him to Torok. Oh, I wonder if it's gonna get himmed. They could die next turn. I hope we draw like a Glimmerpost. Probably be the best thing here, or like a Glacial Chasm. Probably getting himmed, plus... Is Voidwalker 2 mana, or... No, they have Ritual anyway. Okay. God. Come on. Die to Bobs. Die to Bobs. Glacial Chasm. Damn it. Here goes everybody. Will their Bobs kill him? Vindicate, vindicate. Got it. Ah, these swords. Damn it. They planned for it. Good job, opponent. That was so brutal. They definitely got their revenge for game 1. Alright. Does anything change now? I don't think so. Run it back. I almost want to go back and count how many lands got destroyed that game. At least like 5. Yeah, let's keep this. Let's play a Needle first thing so we don't get wastelanded. Because Because they have plenty of stuff that I want to needle anyway, so I don't hate this. But we especially need to not get our first land wastelanded. Multi 6. This hand is definitely like a little bit light on lands, but against him to Torok, I don't hate not mulliganing either. Pithing Needle Wasteland. The next needle will probably just name Dothy Voidwalker, I think. Although I don't hate naming another wasteland as well. Hope they don't ritual out like a hymn here. Scrubland. They also could ending the needle, which would be kind of bad. I assume they probably would run ending. No, not ritual. Not ritual. Goodbye, Green Sun, most likely. Single? Seriously? Jesus. One is so mean. Do I want to hold the Vesuva in case they play like a Verdant Catacombs or something? It might just be better to... No, let's hold off on it. I can't see any real benefit of having a scrubland of our own. It's probably just going to get sinkled again anyway. Maybe I should have assumed that they're wasteland. Whatever. I think our best bet is we draw into like Cloudpost at this point. Jesus. What is this card? I'll read it later. I'll play that out at least. I'd like my Karakas at some point. Maybe they'll play a Karakas out and I can Vesuva that. And what would there be in their hand right now? Uh-oh. Vindicate. Kaya. Okay, that's a good thing to needle. If I ever get another mana. Which I will not. I'll do all the wastelands, opponent. It's okay. Yay! Alright, now we name Kaya with a needle, I believe. Let me read this thing. I need to know what this actually does. Transformed, create a zombie, Planeswalker. God, I don't like that tick up of discarding a card. Alright, I got a needle Kaya though. It's my first thing here. Target non-legendary. Really hope that thing just never flips. The next needle will probably name Wasteland. Which Kaya is this? Orzhov Usurper. It's like the meanest opponent I've ever played against in a long time. I mean, at least the Vesuva has a decent thing to copy in another basic forest. God, do not vindicate me, please, opponent. Just let me have a turn, please. Just one turn. Yes. Alright, let's get our next forest down. And let's get the Reclaimer down, too. Just too valuable. Alright. Making some headway, finally. I feel like Karakas would be the next thing that I'd want to search up. But I do have to answer that Wasteland still. Duress. Okay. Needle is not happening. Oh, nothing else, opponent, please. No, God. Oh my God. Maybe someday this excavator will happen too. Alright, that's a start at least. Just getting Karakas. And I'll wait for them to like Vindicate or something at the very least. Verdant Catacombs. And how likely is it that they have like a Vindicate in hand? I think I just want Karakas here. This thing costs 3. Yeah. Karakas. Because this thing will eventually like kill me with enough time. Come on, mana source next turn, please. Please do not Vindicate me here. No. Okay, thank God. Do I play the Excavator out? No, I think I wait one more turn on Excavator. So I can guarantee my land next turn. And I'll just Karakas this Lily again this turn. Gotta dodge some shit again, but that's always been the name of the game against this Dead Guy AL deck. True pain in the ass deck if I've ever seen one. No! Fuck you! Man, source. Fuck. At least that's a blocker someday. Also puts a whole bunch of lands back in my deck if I really wanted to. Okay, that's not bad. It's a blocker. Watch them have like swords now though. Stony Silence. Okay, that's actually fine. Don't really mind that. Finally, you're starting to make some headway. At long last. Alright, I'm gonna play... Definitely playing that out. Probably get a Cloudpost this next turn. Sure, Giant. Next turn, get Excavator down. Probably get another Cloudpost out the bin. Maybe Karakas, too. I don't hate that. This opponent always has the answers, like every time. It's really frustrating. Alright, let's get a Cloudpost now. Cloudpost. I feel like I should like answer that Kaya at some point as well. Be doing this turn. Excavator, get Cloudpost back. That seems kind of safe, at least. I can also get Karakas, answer the Lily. But Cloudpost just sets me up so well for prime time next turn. And I probably take the game at that point, if that happens. Yeah, let's get Cloudpost. I guess I just swing it the Kaya now. 2-3. Yeah, might as well. They either lose Kaya or they have to jump with their Lily. Just don't like it sitting around on board. Come on, no shit for one turn, please. No shit. God, they drew shit. Alright. Alright, now I think we get the Vesuva, which will give us enough mana to play the Needle. Can I activate Prime Time and play Needle? I think I can, actually. Like, just enough. Let's see, I get the Vesuva, tap a Cloudpost for 3, get my 2 green mana, and then use 2 to activate Reclaimer, get my 4th Cloudpost. Yeah, so I'll have exactly enough then. I'm gonna Needle Voidwalker, because I don't want them to, like, steal my Emrakul or something crazy like that. Okay. Be very careful. Double green. Use 2 of this 3 colorless. Get rid of a forest. Get another Cloudpost. This gives me just the mana I need. Alright, let's get Eye of Ugin Tabernacle, I think. I think we should be good. Eye of Ugin, Tabby. And last but not least, Needle on Voidwalker. Watch the opponent, like, get out of this one still. It's funny, like, this whole time I wasn't even, like, paying attention to my life total at all. I definitely, like, pay attention to that. Let's pay for all my shit. For all of it. I'd like to get my Karakas back, too, please. For the coming Emrakul. I guess I might as well get, like, one more Cloudpost out of this, right? Why not? Another Cloudpost. Just go as big as possible to end this game. True, like, supervillain fashion. Get my Karakas. And just Glimmerpost now. Nothing else can really stop me. Glimmerpost. Get 24 life. I'll also search up the next Eldrazi monster that I played next turn. If they don't scoop, I'm going to try and just play them all out. Kozilek next. And I can also search up Ulamog next turn. Alright. Yeah, I have no threat of time. Yes, yes. Yes. Sure. No, that's stupid. Whatever, I'll just take the mana loss here. Before they annihilate stuff, I will. No, that's fucking stupid. Let's not be stupid, Tony. Can't lose this one at this point. Rawr, everything attacks. They'll still have stuff to annihilate afterwards. If they don't concede, we can cast all 3 Eldrazi this turn. That's the grand finale. I think we can. I didn't really check, but and calculate, but I believe we can. Oh, they're just dead. Damn. I'm going to have some fun with my food. Yeah, we have 9 locusts. So this is 36. 13 plus 15 to search up Ulamog is 28. Plus another 8, yeah, 36. Exactly enough, pretty much. Haha. Oh, yeah, that's a good win. That was so frustrating, that matchup. I haven't seen Dead Guy Ale in, like, forever, but as you would expect, it's a terrible matchup. But we got there. It's, like, the most hateful deck possible. Oh, that was fun, though. Alright, 1-1. Hello, welcome to round number 3. We are on the play here. So mine is this Emrakul. Yeah, let's hope we find a forest off Once Upon a Time. I'm down to try this. Hope we find a forest here. Guess I'd take a Cloudpost, but considering I have 2 Reclaimers in hand, I'd like to start deploying those. And I hope you've been enjoying this prelim event thus far. Lost I feel like a close one to Delver the first round. And then last round, Dead Guy Ale. That was such a grind. Hope it's not like Doomsday or something like that. That would put a damper on this event. Hopefully this is just like... I have no idea, honestly. This opening 7's a little so-so, kind of average. Very dependent on the draws. Oh, the Moto lag, jeez. So I got kind of the creative juices flowing as far as like playing untested shit brews. So I think I'll be posting a video of something kind of off the wall pretty soon. Try and mix it up for all of you. Hopefully you'll enjoy it though. It's incorporates some cards I've wanted to mess around with at the very least. Also, it's going to emphasize on a different color than I normally use with Cloudpost. So, yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that. opponent. What's going on? I think the most disappointing thing would be if they just, like, timed out or something. I just want to play Magic. Here, I'll yield until my own main phase. And then Moto will give me a reminder message. And the other day, I was playing against Reanimator. I didn't know it was Reanimator at first, of course. And then game 1 I actually had the Endurance in hand, but didn't have the second green card. It's very frustrating. I guess that's how it goes sometimes, but yeah, pretty annoying. I don't know what's happening. This chair is so squeaky. It's nice, it's like one of those, like, legit gamer chairs that you see most streamers have, but kind of seems like shitty quality, honestly. I don't know if you're supposed to get, like, if they have something like WD-40 for these kind of things, but this chair could definitely use some of that. But yeah, anyways. That's my chair story. Come on, let's get on with this game. I don't know how closely any of you follow, like, the Magic or, like, the Legacy Twitter, but in order to show our disgust with the format, not really myself that much, but some people are planning to do this, not this Saturday, but the challenge on the Saturday on the 30th. We're going to do what these Pauper players did and just register only basic lands in our deck list, which hopefully will get posted by Wizards and then catch their attention, just to express our disgust. Check out my basic forest list. All 9th edition white border forests. It's ready to go. I own like 75 copies of this shitty forest. And it didn't cost me a single tick. Poor worthless digital cards. Well, if this doesn't end up happening this round, I guess you probably will never hear this discussion. And you'll be transported immediately to round 4. What are people's opinions on, like, playing to the opponent's clock? It's not dirty, do you think, right? Like, it's a legit thing to do. I mean, I was playing against one of those blue Urza Saga artifact decks earlier, and, like, their first game they won, but they took 18 minutes off their own clock to win the first game, so they had 8 minutes left. And after that, like, I couldn't not play to the clock. I almost, like, had to win via the clock after that. And I was kind of being a dickhead, too, because I had already been killed by their Karn, like, Lattice Lock, but I purposely kept a Glacial Chasm and Tabernacle around, so they'd have to, like, pay their upkeep costs and, like, 20 Thopter tokens. I mean, I guess if you play that kind of deck, it's like a righteous punishment to make them lose by clock. But it's definitely kind of like underhanded for me to do. Whatever, it was pretty funny. If I could just show you the game history. It's fairly recently. Maybe it shows the time each game took. Yeah, which person? I think it was this player. It doesn't show it. But the first game took like 20 minutes. And I won the second game in like 5 seconds because they went for like a turn 1 Echo of Eons and I just Mindbreak Trapped it. And then Tabernacle did its timeout thing the last game. So yeah, true story. Alright, fuck it, I'm just going to show you the replay while we're waiting for a video that's likely going to be clipped. Oh, maybe it wasn't this opponent. Alright, guess I just don't know what I'm talking about. I think it was this? It's all just like a blur. So many opponents. This also does not seem it. Oh, and I think this is the Doomsday player that I randomly beat. Yes, I did beat Doomsday, too. Crazy days. Oh, fuck, you know what? I don't even remember which opponent this was. This guy? This person? Yeah, his name seems familiar. I think it was Laugh Out Loud for reals. For reals? It's just the fast speed. And these artifact-type decks are pretty good matchups for post. I know they vary quite a bit in like card choices. Like some of them go bigger with like Urzas and Karns. And those versions are definitely more threatening, which as we see here, it's definitely an Urza Karn build. But yeah, I couldn't get the Needle down before they got a Chalice on 1 out, so that kind of took away my answer to Karn. I had some pretty funny games against these Urza decks. They just can't handle Chasm and Tabernacle. Just these like untouchable shields. They just can't do anything about. It's also very rare that I get like a Primeval Titan down and then I still lose that game. But it definitely happened here. I should have gotten the Karakas way earlier in hindsight. Just because their Urza is like powering out all their mana here. But it was a little too late at this point. This game hasn't started yet, right? No. Alright, I don't think that round 3 is going to happen. This is a shame. If it does happen, I'm going to play to their clock. Just for the justice. Yeah, now we see my Tabernacle and my Chasm are out. They have their bridge out, so I can't get around that. But Tabernacle's taking them off of Lattice mana at this point. So I don't feel like immediately threatened. But yeah, I should have gotten the Karakas out like multiple turns ago. I probably would have won this game. I think they Echo of Eons very soon too, and just take away this hand. Now there's the Echo. Give them 7 treasure tokens. If you've seen this before, when they have multiple Hull Breachers out, it's like adds insult to injury, and it makes you like choose a Hull Breacher to change the effect too. Even though it's like the same thing, like it makes you select one of those two. A fucking Hull Breacher. So at this point in this game, I'm just dead if they find another Karn at any point. Because they definitely have like the 10 mana total to Karn plus Lattice. And at this point, they just spin Urza for like 10 minutes. I feel like at some point, like these players of these blue decks should probably just not bother spinning so much. Like if they just ticked Karn up for a couple turns, they could have just killed me that way, I believe. Or gotten like their whatchamacallit, liquid metal coating and just answered my lands that way. Yeah, definitely would have been right to liquid metal coating and start picking off these annoying ass lands. Look at those Tabernacle triggers. All off the opponent's clock. Even though it's my card, make them waste their time. Fucking Tabernacle. $1,000 land that doesn't add mana. Makes the opponent lose on clock. A true treasure of the Legacy format. Also, does anybody know, like, at what point an opponent that's AFK times out? I think it's, like, at 15 minutes, but it might be longer than that still. Man, how fucked up would it be if, like, they did end up playing us and they were just like, oops, all spells or something? Like, I'll just kill you in, like, a minute. I mean, I guess they are entitled to their clock, but I'd be kind of annoyed if that were the case. Spinners, Dismember is surprising to me, so I'm gonna lose that Reclaimer. It's unfortunate, because I probably could have reshuffled some chasms and prolonged this game even longer. That Thespian stage is critical to wasting more time, because once they do go to Lattice Lock, it allows me to make a second chasm and waste like 3 more turns. Some true Magic Online strategy if you're looking to play this deck. Things you can do to waste their time. I'm pretty sure this game ends pretty soon. I get Lattice Locked very shortly. I also figure they probably have like a Pithing Needle in their deck to like name stage or something, but I don't know, I haven't followed these lists in a long time. I think next turn they Lattice. Yeah. Or they are able to at least. That's my opponent timing out. Yeah. That's a shame. I'd rather like to play that matchup. Whatever it might have been. Let's just watch this opponent. Let's just get to the point where they Lattice Lock me and just show you how much of a douchebag I was. They're pretty unlucky, like, missing on Karns as well. After, like, 20 Urza spins and, like, a bunch of draw 7s. There's their last Karn. Here comes the Fatal Lattice. Decent person would just concede here, but yeah, they have 10 minutes left. Like, I have to play it to their clock at that point. You just have to. Make them regret their life choices at that point. Yeah, so I make the stage another chasm. The original chasm will die. And now they have to deal with the Tabernacle on all these creatures for like 3 more turns. So yeah, I can be a douchebag at times. But I feel like it's justified, because fuck these kind of decks. Alright, hopefully we'll get around for the very last, the 4th round of this. And we can get some more good magic in. Okay, everyone, here goes round 4. Let's hope we get some actual magic this round. Yeah, I'll try this. Let's try and get there with just colorless ramp. I'm down. I will fire the Once Upon a Time off. Probably play a forest out if I find one. No need to go completely ham on Cloudpost just yet if I can help it. There's no forest though, so we'll just take Eye of Ugin here. And we will just go ham with Locust Lands. Let's hope it's good enough. Oh, sorry, opponent. Didn't realize you said that. Please don't wasteland me. Mid Foothills. Elves? That'd be good. Kinda. And this chasm is in hand, which kinda sucks if that were the case. Badlands. Madness is also good for us. So Chasm would probably be relevant here. But I think the more important land is actually going to be Tabernacle. I'm trying to think how necessary it will be to play out the Chasm. Like, if I think I do or will want to play out the Chasm at some point later, then I should probably play the Glimmerpost out this turn. Just because I would like to sack the Glimmerpost to the Chasm. But if I can get through this next turn safe enough, then I think I'd rather just play the Cloudpost out and then go get like Tabernacle with the map. Now let's just ramp for... Let's just hope we're good so far. I get punished if I need to play the Chasm out like next turn, but let's just like hope for the best here. God, Rootwalla. Even if they do like assemble a pretty big army this turn, Tabernacle might just be good enough to clear their board next turn. I know Vengevine this turn is definitely good. They didn't activate that either. Yeah, let's just go get everybody's favorite $9,000 land or whatever. Start being a real pain in the ass for them. It's possible I maybe should have just been more proactive and worked towards like a green sun for prime time, but I like what Tabernacle does at this point. Yeah, that stuff's not going to last long. Keep your Ravager probably and your Future Nymph, I'm guessing. See, I can gain 3 life next turn. If I draw like a green source by the next couple turns, then I can just get the prime time that way. Yeah, I might not have to even bother with Chasm this game if I can not die to this shit. Yeah, I can't do much against Tabernacle, that's for sure. No anger in the graveyard yet, that's good for us. Alright, yeah, let's just try and go all colorless here. Unless we draw like a green source next turn, I can just go get prime time. Probably just be done with it. But this feels like a good spot thus far. Take 4 damage here. No Vengevine yet, no anger. There's a Vengevine, a Hogak too. Ooh. Does that do anything? I don't think so. Okay, so I think I can just... The dangerous thing would be if they could get anger out before the attack next turn. Because I could potentially let them Hogak. Nah, fuck it, I'm just going to risk it. Let's just survive this next turn. Next turn I can Ulamog their lands, and Tabernacle will do the rest. We don't want to see anger. We don't want to see minimal Vengevines if possible. At least Angie's Ravager has to attack before you get the possible Vengevines coming in, which is nice. Vengevine, Vengevine. No anger yet, either. couldn't find another land. Well, Ulamog is still going to be pretty good, though. Ulamog. Also, I'll gain 4 life. Yeah, let's just Ulamog. It seems like the more likely thing to get them to scoop, at least. What am I gonna needle here? It'd be funny if they didn't fetch. That would have been a good thing to needle. I have no idea. Is there a particular land that they might have? Like Bloodstained Mire? Is that really stupid? Putrid Imp still. I have no idea. This other thing, Cabal Initiate. Let's just say Bloodstained Mire. That's probably the worst choice, but we're getting to that point of the day where my level of caring is not quite that much. Also, this Ravager has to attack, so Ulamog gets to just eat it. Just eat it. Just eat it. Really would like to just clear that graveyard next turn, though. Get a Prime Time, get my Bojuka Bog. Yeah, I feel like they're not getting that many good hits, though, of this. Ulamog eats this guy, eats it all up. No, I will not pay that, because he's indestructible. Let's get an attack first. See what more we can learn of this deck. There'll be at 13 cards left. That's funny. Really just play Chasm out is probably like the safest thing to do, but we don't want to be safe. We just want to go hard. It's prime time. Let's get Bojuka Bog, Glimmerpost, I guess. Just to demoralize him. Bojuka Bog, Glimmerpost. Okay. Yeah, maybe they just had some like bad hits there. If they're like, I guess they're not dredges, just their draws and discards. But yeah, this Madness deck is a pretty good matchup for us. I was happy to see it. I'm gonna bring the Endurance in, and probably either 2 to 4 of these Mindbreak Traps, just to defend against their fastest starts. I typically will cut, and Needle's not great against them. It's really just like Putrid Imp and that kind of stuff, but I feel like the matchup's not going to depend on that all that much. Now let's just bring all the Mindbreak Traps in. We're cutting all the Needles, I don't mind doing that. 3 more cuts. I like all our lands. Maybe we don't need like Kozilek. I got so much graveyard recursion with the Endurance already. I'll cut a couple maps, because they're kind of slow. Alright, let's wreck them again. I feel like this is the matchup where, or one of the matchups where Tabernacle is more relevant than Glacial Chasm is. Yeah, I'll try this. It needs to lead us somewhere good, but this Once Upon a Time. But it does have Endurance. We might find like a Reclaimer, which would be great. Vengevine, Vengevine. Alright, well, this Endurance might wreck them here. If they just go for it here. Ravager, Ravager. I'll wait for the trigger at least. Oh, maybe this is really dangerous though. Because like now, where do I go from here is the thing. They'll have one Ravager out. Or no, they'll have both of them. Alright, fuck it. I've already committed to this hand, so let's take them off these Vengevines at least. And if we find our like Tabernacle or like a crop rotation, we're golden. Have to pitch our Once Upon a Time to do this. Goodbye. I played this deck a bit myself. I remember it was so annoying when opponents would endurance me. It seemed like a good way to screw me over. Oh, they only got one in. G's in. Alright, that's not too bad. Oh, that's good too. Alright, next turn we can get Reclaimer and then be on our way to getting Tabernacle and all sorts of nasty shit. Possibly even just like drawing into, or just playing up to prime time at that point. Nah, I should probably work on getting rid of this this Ravager. Yeah, they have a lot of mana to work with now, so this is kind of threatening. And use Ravager again. They're also probably running Flaring Pain, which will hurt our Glacial Chasm ability. Alright, let's go get a Reclaimer here. I don't think we can afford to just wait to prime time mana. Hopefully they'll pop this LED at least pretty soon, just so that's out of the way. So I can tax them with the Tabernacle later. If you didn't notice, I really love my Tabernacle. Make very good use of it against these kind of decks. Vengevine, Hogak, that's kind of scary. Alright, might be priced into Chasm if we have to next turn, or this turn. If we somehow live through a bunch of shit here, I'm definitely going to get Tabby though. Tabby. Please don't Hogak, don't Vengevine me. I would like these things to not happen, please. See, I'll get a 7 here. Damn, I wish they hadn't hit that land. It's not a bad draw. So what's the move here? If I choose to search up Tabernacle, I would take 7 most likely. Unless they drew like an LED, then they could potentially... Maybe just Bojuka Bog is the next best thing to do at this point. I don't know, I might be forced into Chasm this next turn. I feel like that's pretty likely to happen. And so if I'm going to do that, I probably should just play the map out. I'll have to sack 2 lands. And, which means I can't even get... I could just search up Tabernacle the following turn then. I think I'm probably just giving up this next green source, I think. Because I would like to have the life gain later, and also... Yeah. Yeah, let's get rid of green sources here. I'll have to take a damage from the fetch, but... And we also have to dodge Flaring Pain for 1 turn as well. But this way I can also search up the chasm and kill one of these Ravagers when they come in swinging. Which will be... not bad. I assume I'll have to do that. Yeah, I want to get like all the lands that I possibly can. Just get them out. If they gamble here, they're probably searching up that Flaring Pain card, and we should be scared. Alright, we're going to block this. We're going to search up our chasm. I guess I get to see this shit, at least. Gamble, Ancient Grudge. Ancient Grudge is annoying. It's going to kill our map. Alright, now let's block a Ravager. Kill it. Searching up a chasm, of course. Oh god, what's this? Oh, this is good for us. This means more mana they can't do for other shit. Chasm. Get rid of this forest. Next turn, I'll play Glimmerpost out with the intention of sacking that immediately for Tabernacle. And hopefully that'll be enough to finish him. Damn it. Yeah, that map is actually pretty important, or somewhat important. Yeah, let's keep this around. It's not terrible. Go to 6. Yeah, let's just go get our Tabby right now. This kind of ties up my own mana next turn, unfortunately, but I'm kind of priced into this at this point. Could just get Bojuka Bog right now, too. If I did that, I shouldn't have activated Reclaimer right this moment. Man, that's annoying. Yeah, I think I just get Tabernacle here. Next turn I'll go to 2. I still have another Vesuva in Library, which I can go get the following turn. But yeah, Tabernacle's pretty important in these kind of matchups. Just stemming the bleeding, stop the flow of powerful things being cast against us. Yeah, so I'll have 0 mana this next turn, which is going to be annoying. Big Game Hunter. That's kind of scary. It's also kind of scary. Means Faithless Looting can try and find them something. Yes. We get a land here. It's not great. Alright, the next thing is now... What are we going to do next turn? So on upkeep, I could use the Reclaimer sack the Reclaimer, or sack the Chasm to get Yavimaya. Then I would be... If I want to pay the Reclaimer's cost, then I could then... I'm still another turn away from getting Excavator. Big Game Hunter. Let's kill this thing right now. To be done with that. How much do I have to be worried about? Also, I should not be F6ing here. It's definitely not ideal. I'll stop doing it now. Alright, it's decision time now. I really wish I could take my draw at least before I decide what I want to do. I feel like a Reclaimer should probably stick around no matter what. The only problem with doing that is that I do not have the mana to then go get this Excavator that I'd like to get. The other thing I could do here is go get my Vesuva, my second one, and buy myself another turn here. If I do that, I think I want to get rid of the Tabernacle, just to free up my mana for next turn. And then like set up like Excavator and go from there. So I'm kind of defeating the whole purpose of getting the Tabernacle in the first place at this point, but I think I want to do the Vesuva Chasm reset here. And I'll get rid of Tabernacle to do that. Vesuva. It'd be good if we draw like a Glimmerpost right here. Sack the old Chasm to this. And then I'll pay this. Okay, I really need some land though. Just any land would probably do. Okay, that's a good one. Excellent. Okay, next thing. On upkeep next turn, we'll use a Cloudpost, sack the Chasm, go get a Yavimaya, and then... Is that going to be enough to... I could also sack the Bog here, get a Glimmerpost, go to 4, go back to 2. Yeah, I think I want to do that. And just prolong this as much as possible before I have to get rid of it. Let's try and get another land draw. Draw another land, I should say. Go to 5. Go to 3 now. Come on, land. Yes. Oh, that's a great one. That will allow me to search up the Excavator if I want to. Maybe I don't even want to do that yet, though. I should probably save that for next turn to get my Chasm back. Yeah, let's wait one more turn on that. I will definitely play that out. I don't know what I'll do this turn. I'll hit that LED. That'd be a good use of this turn. And then next round upkeep will do shit. Make use of this Chasm one last time. Yes, I would like to destroy the LED. Make use of the whole purpose that I'm doing this. Let's see, do I have... Yeah, I can Cloudpost, use 3 mana, get rid of Chasm, get like a Glimmerpost, go to 7, and then have the mana to Excavator, get Chasm back again, and then I should be able to go from there. Yes, this will be good. My opponent has 18 cards in library right now. So close to death. Hogak. It's Hogak, the big boy. I'm just gonna Mindbreak Trap that if that's what happens. I'd like to not have to deal with that. I was gonna save the trap for in case they went to go get the Flaring Pain card, but starting to think it's not gonna even matter. Alright, make you Chasm into another Glimmerpost. Almost out of Glimmerpost. Man, aren't we so annoying with our chasms and shit? So awesome. It's not bad, but we want our excavator. Excavator's our man here. Gets the invincible shield that is Chasm. Just getting rid of Forest now? I think so. Yeah. We're just going for victory after this now. Eye of Ugin's next. Just need to dodge that Flaring Pain shit. Could probably just go get Tabernacle next turn, honestly. Yeah, Tabernacle does seem like the best land next turn. Alright, they've had enough. Alright, that was a pretty routine Madness matchup. Wonder if they had Flaring Pain. Maybe they're just, like, overly paranoid. I don't know how useful that card actually is for their deck, but... Alright, 3-1. That's not too bad, considering we lost that first round. But yeah, those were some interesting matchups. Some good games of Magic. Hope you all enjoyed that. I'm glad we actually fired a prelim. I'd like to get some more competitive Legacy events in. But yeah, as always, thank you for supporting me. Be on the lookout for my stream resuming probably in a couple weeks. I know I keep saying that like a broken record, but this time I'm for real. And also just more of these YouTube videos in the coming days. But yeah, thanks everyone. Have a good day.